Hey there, this is Carrie Clark with SpeechAndLanguageKids.com and the Speech Therapy Solution. Today I'm answering a question from Cecil, and Cecil is asking about how to help parents understand the importance of speech therapy and how they can help at home. Now, Cecil specifically asked about doing an in-service for parents, and I think that would be a great idea if you have parents who are going to show up to an in-service. Now, I know personally that most of the kiddos that I worked with when I was at the schools probably wouldn't have showed up to an in-service. So if you have families that are willing to do that, awesome. You can present all this information in in-service format. However, I think it would be better, you would be better served to send home a letter or send an email. So my recommendation would be to call the parent first, introduce yourself, say, hi, I'm Carrie, I'm the speech therapist that's going to be working with your child. I have some information that I need you to review. Would you rather have me send that to you via mail or email? And then ask them which one they prefer. When they tell you, let them know that they will, if they want mail, tell them, okay, there will be a second page on this form that I will need you to sign and return to me that says that you understood it. Or if it's email, say, I will need you to reply to the email and let me know that you understood it. So that I know that you read it. Okay. So, and then the other thing is I don't recommend you send it home in the backpack. Everything gets lost in backpacks. So if they want a physical copy, send it to them via snail mail. You should have their address on file. So just send it to them in the mail and then tell them they can send the signature page back in the backpack if they want. But you want to make sure it actually gets into their hands, and snail mail is a much better way to get that home. Okay. So what I recommend is you have a form letter, and it's the same letter you send home to every family, except that I recommend you have one for speech, one for language, one for speech and language, one for social skills, one for stuttering, whatever skills or areas, I guess, that you typically see kids from. I want you to have one form or one letter for each of those families, and then that way you just have to send it off. You don't have to worry about rewriting a new letter every time. It's the same letter, just make it generic, and just, put these together during the summer sometime when you have a little more time, and then that way you have them all year long. So here are the things you should include. The first thing would be a little bit about yourself and your job. So, hey, I'm a speech therapist. This is what speech therapists do. Then what you see their child for. So this would be where you say, I see your child for speech problems or language problems or stuttering or, whatever it is that you see. And then how that area impacts education. So why are they in therapy? So you could say, well, since your child has trouble with speech, this makes it hard for him to be understood in the classroom. Make sure you keep this very brief and in parent-friendly language. So, they're not going to want to read a novel. This is not the IEP. You're not writing a novel about how their disability impacts them in the classroom. You're just giving parents a quick summary of, why are we doing this? Okay, so how it impacts their education. And then you want to write something about how you want them to finish therapy quickly so they don't have to continue missing class. So they're missing class to come see you for therapy. You want to get them through as quickly as possible so they don't have to miss class and it doesn't impact their education. And write that working on these skills at home will help their child finish more quickly, make more progress, all of that jazz. So that way you're saying, hey, we really want to get this done as soon as possible. And if you help out, that's going to really help. If you help out at home, that's really going to help your child here at school. So then you can tell them that you will be sending them homework when you can, but you have a lot of kids on your caseload. You can even say, hey, I've got 60 kids on my caseload or 80 kids on my caseload, so I can't get around to sending homework for everyone all the time. So then tell them, I encourage you to seek out activities at home that you can do as well. So you're empowering those parents to not just sit around and wait for you to tell them what to do, but actively go out there and seek good information. Now, the key is good information. There's a lot of really bad websites out there too. So what I recommend is you say, here are some of my top websites or my top resources where you'll find some really good information, and then list out a couple resources. You want to give them resources like my website that have parent-friendly language. Everything on my website is explained in language that parents can understand, and that's searchable. So if they know you're working on pronouns he and she, they can go, a parent could go to my website in the search bar and type in he, she pronouns, and it'll pop up my article on pronouns and show them exactly what they can do at home. So you want to make sure it's searchable and it's parent friendly and it's applicable to the type of therapy that child's getting. So for example, if you have a kiddo with apraxia, in your apraxia letter, you should definitely have the apraxia-kids.org website, because that's a really good one by Kasana that has lots of really good parent-friendly information on apraxia. So give them a couple resources of websites that they can go to find activities. And then, again, let them know. I'll be sending stuff when I can, but feel free to go ahead and work on stuff. If you have any questions on what you need to be working on, please contact me. I would love to talk to you about this. And then you provide your contact information. Like I said, keep it brief. This should be no more than a page. You don't want them having to leaf through document after document. And then include that signature page, or at the bottom of the email say, hey, please reply to this email so that I know that you received it and understand the information. All right, so that's my advice. If you have any other ways that you get parents involved in the IEP process and get them on board for speech therapy, please leave those in the comments below, or other questions, please leave those as well. Thanks so much and have a great day.